Understanding Numeration is designed around the 5 concept selections identified by NCTM for kindergarten through 3rd grade: counting, operations, comparing and ordering, place value, and problem solving. To briefly illustrate some of the features of Understanding Numeration, we are going to the lesson Subtracting 2-Digit Numbers with Regrouping concretely. In this lesson, students are provided with a set of base 10 blocks as well as a place value mat in order to build the numbers represented in the problem 21 minus 12. Note the visual representations of the problem. Not only is the problem represented by the base 10 blocks in the place value mat, but also with tables over to the left. Color coding is utilized to help emphasize where the 10s and 1s are coming from. And the instructions are written in a way to model instructions that might be given by a teacher in the classroom. When students click on a 10 from the tens columns and drag it into the ones column, note that the power of technology split those ones from the 10 into 10 individual ones in the ones column, and all of those stayed blue. This helps reinforce the concept of the ones coming from the tens column. Also notice in the table there is color consistency to show where that set of 10 ones came from, and that 10 is represented over here in the ones column with the blue 1, so that now there are 11 ones in the ones column. Students may click on any of the ones in the ones column on the place value mat to represent the 2 ones being subtracted. Notice there is emphasis given using the visual prompt of a red arrow in the number being subtracted, the 12, to show that now students must subtract a 10, and click on a 10 in the tens column of the place value mat to represent that. Students are required to focus in on the operation being performed by clicking on the minus sign in the table representation of the problem, and then are required to enter in the number of ones remaining from the place value mat. Note what happens when I enter incorrect answers. The first 2 incorrect responses result in flashing of the problem 11 minus 2 in the ones column of the table. If I enter a third incorrect answer, both a visual and an auditory prompt will redirect me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So students had the program read while it was counting using numbers over top of the remaining ones blocks in the ones column of the place value mat, emphasizing where students are to focus to see that model of the problem and to arrive at the correct answer. Now students are given another opportunity to enter in the correct selection, which is 9. Then that is moved up into the visual representations above, and students continue with the model by having to enter 0 as the representation for the number of 10s left. Note the focus on the vocabulary here at the end, where students read the sentence, "We say that the difference is 9. A couple other features I want to point out to you are the following. 1, this was the first of 5 problems. I know that up here to the top right, if you'll direct your attention, it was the first of 5 problems in subtraction with regrouping. Everything is in English currently, which is denoted here to the top right as well. If I click on the word English, I can toggle over to Spanish text, and then to switch back, I simply click on it a second time. Bottom left of the screen, you'll see that there is an ear there. That is for students who need the text read to them. All they need to do is simply click on that year and the text would be read. That can be done while in Spanish or in English. If the teacher wants to turn off the ability to do that, he or she must simply just click on this toggle switch over to the bottom right and notice that the ear to the bottom left disappeared. Turn it back on, click on it again. In the problem we just viewed in Understanding Numeration, you saw how the virtual manipulatives were used in the program to reinforce the concept of subtracting with regrouping. In this picture here, I want to show you how that you could use off-computer exercises such as those provided in our support sheets or in our frameworks for learning, along with colored pencils, a base 10 block set, and a place value mat for students to even further have a rich environment in which to develop those concepts while they're working through them on the computer. If desired, teachers also have the option of assigning pairs of students frameworks for learning such as the one pictured here. Frameworks may be assigned to pairs of students to explore and develop concepts by working through a preset series of lessons on the computer while recording notes regarding their discussions, strategies, and conjectures on the Frameworks for Learning worksheet. In addition, support sheets with off-computer practice problems are available for every lesson. Skills tests may also be used to assess student understanding and to track student progress. Skills tests are available for every set of lessons within Understanding Numeration as well. To schedule a full demonstration of Understanding Numeration and to receive complimentary access to the preview of the program, please contact our head office at 1-866-429-6284.